This video will teach you how to make a cardboard box oven for baking. First, you need to find a good sized box. I prefer one with a lid. Here I've selected a standard paper box. The first step is to begin lining the inside of the box and lid with aluminum foil. Some people prefer heavy-duty aluminum foil. I did not have that, so I chose to use several layers of regular aluminum foil. I also cut some strips to reinforce the corners of the box. When it was all done, I ended up with 3 layers thick of foil. I also wove my foil in varying directions to ensure that I had good insulation on all sides. Once my foil was complete, I took some scissors and worked to trim the foil around the top of the box. Then I used duct tape to seal the foil to the cardboard and prevent it from moving as well as coming loose. I repeated the process on the lid, with one exception. I cut one flap of the lid off to make it easier to slide on and off of the oven base. Also, by having this flap removed, you can slide the lid partially on to allow for temperature adjustments or venting. Again, after finishing the foil, I lined it with duct tape to seal it to the lid. The next step is to begin working on the grate. I decided to use non-painted coat hangers. You can see here I traced a line in the middle of the box and marked 1 inch spacing to determine where I was going to poke my coat hangers through to make the metal grate. I cut the base of the coat hangers so it was straight as possible and bent them into small D-shaped rings on one end so that when I poked them through, they wouldn't go all the way through. Okay, here's how I'm doing the D-rings. So I've got the needle nose pliers. I grip them in the wide part of the jaws. I bend all the way around until they touch. Looks like that. And then I grip it one more time and I do a 90-degree bend. So it looks like this when it's done. And what will happen is this will slide through the box and prevent it from poking all the way through. Here you can see what the D-ring looks like with one wire. And here's what the grate looks like when I've poked through all the wires. On the other side of the box, I couldn't do a D-ring, so I just did a 90-degree bend. Here you can see the grate when it is completed. And here it is with an 8x8 baking pan inserted. This should give you an idea that you can fit a 9x9. The total width is almost 11 inches. And here's what it looks like with the lid. Okay, here is a paper box oven. You can see we have a lid, the completed oven. We've got tinfoil wrapping on the inside of the lid. We've got tinfoil wrapping on the inside of the box. This is an 8x8 baking pan in here, but we took non-painted metal coat hangers to make our rack, measure them in the middle, and line the box with 3 layers of regular tin foil. You can do it with 1 layer of heavy duty. Some people recommend 2 layers. I did 3 just to be safe. I took duct tape and taped around the edges of the tin foil just to make sure that it didn't fray or come loose. The only thing left to do is to poke vent holes in the box so that it can breathe. If you don't want to poke vent holes, then you can simply adjust your lid. So for instance, you can have the lid with a slight gap at the bottom, like this, where air can get into the charcoal at the bottom and it can escape out the top. But what I prefer to do is I'm going to take a grommet or two and actually poke through and make a hole in the bottom of the lid and out the top of the back, because the charcoals will sit down here in the bottom in the basin, and you want the air to be able to flow into the bottom to the coals, create heat through combustion, rise through the chamber of the oven, and then out the top of the back. But that's it. That is a cardboard box oven made from a paper box. All right. Best of luck making yours.